All right, so today what I want to talk about is Success Club. So I actually got a set of PowerPoint slides from a friend of mine. So last February, I went to LA for the New Leader Conference, and it was amazing. I met so many people, and there are two girls who were there that I have really stayed in touch with, and they're really, really good about their calls with their teams and the content that they put together with them. And she's always super, super willing just to share everything. So I actually got the slides from her. But I thought, like, going into Teen Cup, like, this would be a really, really important topic to talk about. And especially as, like, Sam, especially for you as you're starting to really get your feet on the ground, like, just to really just kind of go over, like, why it's important and why you should have it as your goal every single month and what it means and all of that. So, I'm going to share my screen. And I don't think it's going to take us that long to go through the slides because there's not too many of them. But so Success Club and making it a non-negotiable for your business. So these are kind of the top things that should be, and I'll post these slides in the team page. So don't worry about trying to, like, write everything down or taking pictures unless you just want to. But basically, these are the things that should be non-negotiables in your business every single day if you are trying to build and hit Success Club and earn an income and rank advance and all the things. So posting on your Instagram stories, which both of y'all are really good at already, crafting a post daily that shows what your lifestyle is about. And I would actually kind of modify that to say that I don't really necessarily think that it's necessary to have a main feed post every single day. What is important, in my opinion, is just consistency. So if that looks like posting every single day for you, then go for it. If that means every other day, if that means 3 times a week, whatever that looks like in your life. I'm just not an advocate of posting just to post something, because if you're posting and throwing something up there just because you feel like you need to, but you don't really have anything to say or, like, any kind of value to really provide or anything to talk about that day in a post, then I think it's just kind of a waste of time to do it. So you would be better off, like, using that time to invite a few more people or follow up with a few more people or something like that. So just find a posting pattern that is consistent, that you can stick with week after week after week. That is what is the most important thing with that. Like recording clips of your workouts, adding a call to action after your workout stories. So I know, like, Sam, you've been very, very good at this here lately, like showing your workout, and then just like talking about something about your workout, about your group that's coming up, and inviting people to do it. So that is perfect. And I will say that something I have really tried to focus on this week is having a specific objection that I want to talk about after my workout every single day. And I have this, like, social media planner. I think I showed it to you guys last week, but it's really kind of helped me to organize my thoughts. And really, just all it is just writing down, okay, what could I talk about on my stories today? And just being intentional to make sure that I'm talking about something that is going to resonate with the people who are watching, and is going to kind of, like, put a question at ease in their mind. Like, if they've been thinking about doing it, but they've been nervous for X, Y, or Z reason, just like addressing that and explaining why you can overcome that or how you can overcome that. Um, and then putting my, like, call to action invite at the end of that. And that has worked really, really good. I've had so many people who have been on the fence about joining actually been messaging me this week and feeling like that they're ready to get started. So then personal development, showing up consistently, and then using a tracker for your power hours. So just using the Success Club system tracker, which Sam made her book for the whole year, which is amazing. I'm so excited. Yes. So I think that is going to be a game changer for me, and I hope it is for you, just so you're showing up consistently. Because if you don't have that tracker, it's so easy to let things that the things that you're nervous about or the things that you don't feel as confident in, it's easy to just like let them slip your mind and totally forget about them if you don't have that tracker right in front of you. Um, and just like with the personal development, like if you're not doing personal development every single day, reading something, listening to something, watching videos, whatever, something that is helping to grow your mindset and deepen the confidence and the belief that you have in yourself that you can do this, then it's going to be so, so hard for you to do these daily non-negotiable things to move your business forward, because you're going to be second guessing yourself. You're going to be self-conscious, or you're going to be nervous about sending an invite or reaching out to someone. But if you're really digging into that personal development and letting other people pour into you, that's kind of how I love to look at it. Like when I'm listening to a podcast or I'm reading a book, it's like that author or that person who recorded that podcast is literally like pouring into my heart and my brain and the way that I think. And just like take notes if you need to take notes. That is something that I've really tried to be more conscious about since the start of the new year, because I used to take notes with my personal development all the time. And then I kind of got out of the habit. And I was like, you know what? I am so much better about remembering things and actually implementing them in my life when I write it down. So I have had a notebook with me every single time I sit down to read my book and taken so many notes. And it has just helped me really like internalize everything that I'm learning. So just a little tip. So Success Club is like growing a garden, and I love this analogy. So we have 4 steps here. So planting the seed, watering it, watching it grow, and then we get to pick it at the end. So planting the seed. This is those like initial messages and initial contact that you're having with the people who are following along on your journey. So saying something like, hey, thanks for following me. Or, hey, girl, I love your page. I love connecting with others that I can relate to. And if they haven't followed you back yet, do the 5-3-1 rule. So if y'all don't know what that is, it basically just means that if there is somebody who is following along your journey, is watching your stories and stuff every day, or you have reached out to try to connect with them, like say that you have been searching hashtags on your explore page and found their page, and it looks like you have a lot in common with them, that you want to get to know them, then do the 5-3-1, which is like 5 of their pictures, comment on 3 of them, and then follow them. So then they are going to get all those notifications showing up in their little notification feed, and they're going to see Samantha Neal Wellness liked all these photos, and she actually commented and had something like valuable to say. She didn't just say like 2 words or just say an emoji, like make it a genuine comment, and then following them. So to them, that is like, oh, this person is actually interested in me and wants to get to know me. So they're going to click on you, obviously, and go to your page, and hopefully they feel the same way and follow you back. And that is just planting that seed, and not going like right to the, hey, do you want to join my challenge group? Like literally just starting conversation and starting to build a relationship with them. The next part is watering it. So continuously cheering them on. So this is the 5-3-1 that I was just talking about. So liking 5 photos, commenting on 3, and cheering them on through their journey when they pop up on your newsfeed. So if you see them in your newsfeed, liking their new posts, if they post stories, watching their stories and communicating with them on there, like literally just acting like this person is already a good friend and that you want to get to know them and you're actually interested in their life. Because then the more that you interact with them, the more that they're going to see your stuff that you put up, the more that your posts are going to show up in their feed, the more that your stories are going to show up at the top of their screen. And it's just going to help spark their interest. And then trying to connect with them about non-Beachbody things. So your goal is to get them to start watching your stories and engaging with you. And this has been working really, really well for me in the last couple weeks. Because when I have been engaging with people, then their stuff is popping up on my feed more. And so then I'm watching their stories and I'm like replying back to their stories. They're replying back to me. And it's just like an easy open door to start a conversation with people. And if they don't follow you back, it's because they're not interested in what you're doing. So then, like, you could go back and unfollow them if it ends up not being something, like if they're not interested in following you. The next part is watching it grow. So developing that relationship, whether it's 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year, being genuine is going to get you further when you invite them. So it's really just about creating a stronger relationship with them where they feel like they know you better and that you're not just going to try to sell them something. Because that is like the number one thing that I hear from all my new coaches is that they don't want to feel like they're just selling to people. They don't want to just feel like people that they're bothering people. Well, that is where just being genuine and authentic and truly just trying to build relationships with people comes in, because you are building that relationship with them and getting to know them first, and then the door will open for you to be able to give them an invite to your next group. It almost always happens. Either the conversation just naturally goes there, they ask you about it, they see that they're starting to watch your stories all the time, and so they're seeing you talk about it. And that's why talking about it every day on your stories is so important, because different people are seeing your stories every single day. So if you're only talking about what you're doing once a week, then you're missing so many people who were watching your stories on all those other days that you didn't even mention it. I know it can feel like you are very repetitive and maybe like you're talking about the same thing all the time. But if you go and watch like the top coaches in the company and go and watch their stories, they are consistently talking about the same things, about their team, about coaching, about their work hours, about their workouts, about their groups. They're sharing about it every single day. And there's some of them who I just really like them as a person, and so I love following them. And I watch their stories every single day, and I never get tired of hearing them talk about what they do. So the people who are truly going to be interested in what we're doing and interested in wanting to join you and do it too, they're not going to get tired of hearing you talk about it. And you just kind of not worry about people that it bothers, because they're not your people. Okay, so the last step is picking the flower. So once they're watching your stories and engaging, that's your opportunity to invite them. If they responded to your "Hey, thanks for following me" message, then definitely invite them, because that is them showing that yes, they are interested in talking to you and in learning more about what you do. So this is your time to get to know them and pick the flower, or AKA seal the deal. So basically it's just you have to get into their inbox, kind of get into their life, get to know them, start talking to them before you just send them an invite out of the blue. Like if it's somebody who you have never had any engagement with, no interaction, no private messages with each other, like they're probably not going to respond to you if you just automatically send them an invite. That used to work a really long time ago. Like when I first became a coach, that worked, but it just doesn't anymore, because people just want that genuine, like authentic, true relationship. They don't want you just like going right to trying to get them to join your boot camp. So our last slide here is why hit Success Club. So everything we've talked about so far is just about how to invite people, basically how to start planting that seed and watering it, engaging with them, building a relationship to give you that opportunity to invite them. And this is all about why it's important to hit Success Club. So it is helping your business grow. It creates duplication so that you can teach your coaches. So I know you all have a goal of having coaches join you and join your team, and you are going to become their leader. And even if you have nobody on your team right now, you are still a leader, because you have people who are following you on Instagram, who are friends with you on Facebook, who are watching what you're doing. So even if you have nobody under you yet, that does not mean that you're not already a leader. And you as a leader have to be that example. So if you have hopes and dreams of recruiting coaches on your team who are going to want to do this too, who are going to want to help other people and build a business and change their life, then you have to be that example to show them that it's possible. So not only is it just helping your business grow, like what I like to say is if you're not hitting Success Club, then your business is not growing. Because when you hit Success Club, it means that you are helping people. You are helping 3 brand new people every single month to get started on this journey. And that means that you're constantly finding new people to help and your business is growing and growing. If you're not hitting Success Club, then you're not helping anyone. And that is not our goal. Like our goal with this business is to help people live a happier, healthier, more thriving life. And if we're hitting Success Club, then we can rest assured that that is what we're doing. So you earn Success Club points by selling challenge packs or Shakeology, Performance Line, whatever, home direct auto ship orders. So for every challenge pack, you get 2 points. For every like 90 PV auto ship order, you get 1 Success Club point. And you have to have at least 5 to hit Success Club. And so not only does that help you know that your business is growing, that you're helping people, it starts earning you the prizes for Success Club for the year. Like I mentioned last week, if you hit it for 1 month of the year, there's a prize. If you hit it for 3 months, there's another prize. For 6 months, for 12 months. And then also working towards becoming that Success Club All-Star of hitting it for 12 months in a row, which is a super, super like special, unique like recognition and thing to earn. It's just, it means a lot. And earning Success Club also earns you trip dollars towards the vacations every single year. So you get invited to, this is how the trips work. So you get invited based on your prior year Success Club points. That is how they kind of go down the list of who gets invited first. And then you put your deposit down if you get your invite. And then, so like I just got invited to the 2021 Success Club trip. So I put my deposit down, secured my spot, but then the Success Club points that I earn this year in 2020 are what pays for my 2021 trip. So every single Success Club point is $10 towards your trip. And the way that it works is you pay a $300 deposit just to secure your spot on the trip. And then your room, the cost of your room is $1,200. But if you are hitting Success Club 10 every single month, you get your trip 100% paid for. And you don't have to pay anything else. And even they do really cool things in like usually January and February every single year, trip dollars are doubled. So instead of $10 towards your trip for each point, you get $20. So that would mean that you were even like going above and beyond paying for your room. And sometimes they will do like if you have excess trip dollars earned, then you can earn like additional resort dollars or something that you can spend while you're there. So it's just like an incentive to push you and to keep you working hard and helping more people, because the way it works is that there's a quarterly payment for the trip if you don't earn enough Success Club points and trip dollars to pay for that quarter of your room. But last year I got my entire trip paid for, and there was like, it's crazy to say this, but like there was 4 months out of the year that I did not hit Success Club, but I still got my trip totally paid for because I was like Success Club 20 in January and February. So I really got a huge chunk of my trip paid for in just the first 2 months of the year. So that's kind of how it works. But like Success Club, it is the number one thing in this business because it means that you're changing lives, and she says, and doing the shit. So it literally just means that you are doing what you need to do to move your business forward, to earn a paycheck every week, to be actually helping people. So that is the end of the slides. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Do you all have any questions? I'm going to unmute you.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Will you upload those slides to the group?
Yep, I will.
I thought I heard you say that, but she's a little crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I will upload the slides to the team page. That way everybody can have them. But does that whole process kind of make sense and kind of take a little bit of the like nervousness out of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I before I was inviting some people on Thursday, I even looked at some of the trainings, kind of had something similar, like they said, like their most recent post, comment on it, and then kind of send your message. And
Right.
the first girl that I did that with, she responded immediately and was like, "Yes, I'd love to."
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, but then the girls that I didn't do that with, they haven't responded yet. So I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
learning, you
Yeah,
know.
and that's like it's just a trial and error thing and that's like what I was said in the group chat yesterday. Like it's just everything it works differently for everybody. Like things that work for me might not work for you, and you just have to keep trying until you figure out what style of inviting and what style of conversation works the best for you and your potential clients.
Yeah.
And everybody also digests information differently. So some people, I have found that a lot of times my girls that I talk to really want to just kind of see the challenge pack and look at it themselves over me just trying to explain it and typing it out and talking about it. Um, so a lot of times that's why I will just send them an email that has a lot of information in it about the group, about the program, how it works, like all that stuff, so they can really kind of feel like they are kind of taking charge of figuring out what this is, and that works a lot better for them. And I also like to say, like, don't be afraid to offer to get on the phone with them and talk about it, because I have found that almost every single time that I actually get on the phone with somebody, they are ready to get started, and I can send them a share cart and they're ready to sign up. Because being on the phone is kind of your chance to really explain everything, and they can kind of hear in your voice how much you love this and how much it's changed your life, and like hear the passion that you have. So I love doing that. I think that I'm going to create a Google Drive, like I mentioned yesterday, and put a lot of stuff in there for us, because I actually have chosen to invest in a lot of, I don't even know what you call them really, but it's this woman, her company, her business is called the Mompreneur. And she does a lot of like challenge group guides. She does a lot of like putting emails together for you, which she just does like a lot of content creation for coaches just to take a lot of the work out. And that's where I have gotten a lot of my emails, a lot of my like posts that I share, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to put together a drive and start sharing stuff that I'm using when I'm talking to people just to help you guys make that process easier. So I think y'all are both muted. Oh, Sam muted herself. I guess Elise is up. But if you are not using the Success Club tracker every day, I think that is super vital, just because it just helps keep you focused, because I think it's so easy to get distracted, especially when we're on Facebook and Instagram, like trying to work our businesses. So it's super easy to get distracted. But if you have that checklist right in front of you, then you can kind of just go from top to bottom and make sure you've done all those things, and even set a timer. Set a timer on your phone. I have this little like timer cube that I got on Amazon. I haven't started using it a lot, but I think it'll be really helpful, because you will set it on however many minutes, and then when the time is up, it will blink. So it's just like another fun way to set a timer and keep yourself focused, because it's like, if I know I only have 30 minutes to do a post, get my invites done, and get my follow-ups done, you can do it in 30 minutes if you focus and know that it's like however long you give yourself to do something is how long it's going to take. And like, if you just sit there and you're not focused, then you could spend 2 hours doing something that you could have done in 30 or 40 minutes. So just like, and everyone, I know we're all so busy, so we don't have time to be trying to work but not be focused. So just little like mind tricks like that. But Do y'all have any other questions or anything? That's kind of all I had for today. You good? I guess Sam's probably good. As we get ready for Teen Cup, I just want to encourage everybody to try to really get into a routine over the next week of like sitting down and having a focused hour to work on your business every single day, whether that is a couple pockets of time or that is one like complete hour at a time. Like just figuring out when in your day are you going to actually sit down and work your business and be talking to people, and just like making sure that you're showing up and being consistent, but then also being consistent with messaging people and inviting and following up, because if you are not talking to people, then you don't have a business. Like it's a network marketing business, so we have to constantly be networking and talking to people. That's the only way that we can get people to see the value in what we do and how it's changed our lives. That's the only way that we get to like show them that, and then even to show them that they can do it too, because a lot of times people will watch but they don't even realize that they could join you and do it with you. So when they see you showing up on your feed and in your stories every day, and then they also see you like popping into their inbox and inviting them to do it, then it's like, oh, like she does this, I could do it too, and she actually thought of me and thought that I might want to do it. And that can mean a lot to somebody, especially if they're really struggling and that they want to reach out but they're just too nervous to do it. But if you reach out to them, it could be like that exact thing that they need to change their life for the better. So that is all I've got. So, well, I will share the recording. If y'all have any questions you can think of, let me know. I will also share the recording from last week for Megan, for you and Jamie, because we did talk about Teen Cup and kind of what it is, why it's important, like the opportunities that can come with it and everything. So I forgot to share it last week, but I do have it. So I'll share last week's and this week's, and I will also share the slides. So I guess I'll talk to you guys later. If you need help with anything or have questions, then just message in our pod, and I'm happy to help. I hope it's super helpful to have that message pod on there, where it's kind of like separate from all your other text messages and Facebook and all that. So I hope it works for us. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later.